hello. This is going to be a super quick bonus training talking about Afterpay. So there are so many buy now, pay later services that are popping up. You might see this when you are going to check out. You just bought some cute new workout gear and you go to pay and it says, do you want to use Shop Pay to check out? Do you want to use Apple Pay? Or do you want to use something like Affirm? Or there's a ton of different ones out there. Their new ones are popping up all the time. But it basically is giving you a monthly payment option instead. And a lot of the buy now, pay later services like Affirm, I feel like Affirm is one of the big ones. At least that's one of the ones I see all the time when I'm making shopping purchases. A lot of them are at 0%, right? So you're like, oh, well, if I could buy this right now, or instead I could get a 0% loan for 12 months and just pay $12 a month for the next year, that seems easier, right? 0%, why wouldn't I do it? The biggest thing to understand is that there are catches. So Affirm has loans, right, where you can get a loan through Affirm, but then it also offers the buy now pay later loans at 0%. The biggest thing, there's two big cons. I'm not incredibly against them because sometimes they can be a better option than adding to your credit card debt. If your credit card debt is at 30% and now you're getting a 0% Affirm Pay monthly or loan basically to buy this, it's not always the worst option. However, it can be hurtful for you. So first of all, it's 0% as long as you're making the monthly payments. If you're missing payments or if you get behind, not only can that hurt your credit score, but it can also increase the interest rate in which you're paying up to like 30%, which is insane. It's so high. So number one, you have to look out for it increasing or like any hidden fees or having to pay a higher interest rate if you miss payments because you forgot about it, or like your card got, that card got canceled. So you had a new card, but you forgot to update your payment history. It's just another piece, like moving piece to consider, especially when you have multiple ones happening. And so like the risk of doing it is hurting your credit score, missing a payment or something, where then you have to pay fees or a higher interest rate. On the other side, so those are the things to look out for with it. On the other side, when it comes to just overall account management and planning out your expenses, you want to have your income as a tool that you can every month have extra to put towards things. So if a huge portion of your income, right, goes to rent, goes to maybe student loan payment, maybe credit card payment, maybe paying off credit card, and then you're like, yeah, I have so much money left over. Wait, I have $600 a month in Affirm or Afterpay payments that I have to make of things I bought 6 months ago. That can just really stunt your growth and make it to where there's moving parts and harder to just get the ball rolling on other things. Also, it makes it really easy to just be like, I'll just pay later. I'll figure it out later. I'm just going to buy this. And sometimes it can skirt around what is in alignment for us. Okay. So again, it's not that Afterpay services are a horrible option. It can be better than throwing it on credit card debt, but also at the same time, statistically, it's easier to want to buy that, even if you it's out of alignment or it's not something that like really makes sense in your spending plan. I don't really like saying can't afford it. But if it's out of alignment, it makes it easier, like, oh, I'll just figure it out later. And so it adds that extra layer of pressure of, I need to make sure that this is in alignment for me before I make this purchase, especially if I choose to use Affirm, Afterpay, whatever. So those are a couple tips when it comes to seeing that. Again, especially right now, as you're working on figuring out your finances, the less monthly payments you can add into the pile, the better. So I would recommend not using it, instead going the other routes. However, if you are in credit card debt and this is a purchase that you are 100%, it is alignment, you're going to make, it can potentially be a better option because it's almost like a little bit of a balance transfer if it were going to go onto your credit card debt and is now going to a 0% different monthly payment. So something to consider there when it comes to Afterpay, a little food for thought.